You like this method of getting around, though. Pretty dope.
Yo, what up?
Hey.
Plug Gaming
It's here. Back for another week.
in the Bat Cave.
Oh, it's kinda
Dutch
nice in here,
Master, free sampler,
though. Hey.
world's greatest. The world's greatest
Thunder
death
Lord.
dealer.
Puppet Master. And we can keep going.
The list goes on. It never ends, I swear.
Whatever. Fuck.
I swear it never ends. But we are here, another show, and we are gaming on some No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
I was flying. I'm still flying somewhere. It's gonna take me 2 hours to get there. It says so. Let's speed that up. 16
You got that
minutes.
light
That's still a
speed?
long time. But yeah, we're gonna hit up this No Man's Sky update. See what's goody. What else are we doing? Talk some Destiny.
We got some Destiny.
2 news that came down the way, the director's cut, the 3 parts. We will talk briefly about that.
Overwatch
Oh,
making
this
some
is fucking
changes.
playing.
We got.
There we go.
We got.
But yeah,
Man,
so
more
yeah,
Smash
director's cut.
Brothers assault.
No,
I love it.
just chill out, dude. Director's cut. Destiny 2. Luke Smith laid it all down on the line. Pretty much what they liked, what they didn't like. All kinds of information.
Just tell all.
And we are going to go over that and delve into kind of what that means for the future of my favorite game.
And that's like, October. It all changes.
Yes.
Something that broke my heart last night is there's literally nothing to do right now in Division.
Yeah, the game's just...
Once you have everything, there is nothing to do.
You know where there's plenty to do right now?
Where
Destiny. There's a shitload going on. I
Yeah,
still
there's so
gotta-
much in Destiny going on. Like, literally, that's
I gotta
part of the
finish my
stuff that he
Solstice
addresses inside of it. I mean, we might as well just hop straight into that, to be honest. But, yeah,
While
No
your
Man's
pilot
Sky.
coasts.
No Man's Sky is good right now, too. So we're going to talk that. We're going to talk that. Destiny 2.
I'm playing some DC
DC
Universe right
just dropped on Switch. What was it?
now. Yeah.
Not that long ago, but
Nah,
Switch
it's
is...
like a week old or something.
Switch is doing their thing.
It's
Nintendo's doing their
continuously
thing
going.
with the Switch. They're really taking that. I mean, the hard. I don't want to say advanced hardware because the hardware is like meh, whatever.
But the new one
But
just
they're
is
taking
now in
advantage of
cycle.
it. But
You
they're taking
can
advantage
find
of
the
it.
new Switch now that's got like a lot more battery life.
Yeah,
a little bit brighter screen, a little bit truer colors.
I'm just mostly really talking about just like it's
It's not a
ability to,
PlayStation. It's not an Xbox.
yeah, to
I
process-
joke with people. It's not a real console in
to
some
process.
ways, but
I mean, it is. It is. It's totally a console for
It's-
sure.
it's
I'm
in
just
its own
saying,
world is
it's
all I'm-
starting to.
They're
The
big,
hardware
I
can
love
now do the hardware can do
I'd pay
the
$500 for it if it was high def, like
right?
the
4K.
hardware is
I'm sure that'll come. but
There-
I'm happy they're.
but it's not like look at the size of it. It's not the
I know.
PlayStation, it's not the Xbox, but they're moving into those games. This game has obviously been out on both of those, Xbox and PlayStation, for some time. But it's good to see that they're able to, take that same game, the same title, port it over to their system, and it run well and work really well. And it's a good mobile game.
And everybody's trying
It's
to get
the format
their
of
game
a
over
mobile
here.
game.
But let me ask you, how far is too far?
For what? I mean, for like what
Let's-
they're doing? I don't know. This is pretty far.
The Witcher 3 is coming out on Switch.
that's too far.
Thank you.
That's
It's
definitely
good. It
too
looks.
I
far.
mean,
You can
that
look at
that game
It's got
that
screenshots
game
and
is
stuff.
hard.
That's gotta look
That
like
game
PS2 on there.
that game is hard on PCs.
Boy, like that's
So
gotta
it's a
look
game.
like PlayStation
It's
too.
a
This
Tomb
reality,
Raider,
it's coming soon.
Tomb Raider
Next month, I think.
on PC, Witcher. Those games are like the most demanding games, like graphically, to look nice. You have to like start giving and taking to make those look good.
You're
Like,
not
unless you
playing
have
this
the
for graphics.
unless you have the highest end graphics card, like over $1,000 graphics card. then you can play those games with high quality. You can literally that Witcher 3 will take a mid-range to high-end graphics card and make it look like fucking 1080 60 frames. Like literally, you'll be like, "What the fuck is happening to my card?" And then you have to like turn all the settings down, everything down to make it look good.
Now scale it down.
So
to
yeah,
this.
exactly.
Imagine
so
trying to play that shit
you know, that
handheld.
might be too much. That might be the answer. That might be the answer.
Also, some games like take this DC Universe, like at least in handheld mode like this. I guess if I was holding it close, it wouldn't be so bad. But reading stuff, it's like a lot of small text.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. No, on that side screen, correct. Like, you can't. The style that you're playing it in isn't really ideal. You want it up in your face. When
Yeah.
You're gonna play it in this handheld mode.
I'm playing with a controller right now and
Yeah.
using it handheld like this.
I can
Some
see-
games work
I'm pretty
like
sure they
that
can
pretty
see that.
well. I being clear. Just being clear.
Whatever.
Ooh, Raven.
But anyways, it is a great thing.
It's a great what it
nonetheless.
is.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It might be too much in some games. Like what? Wolfenstein might have been too much.
Yeah, I agree.
Might have been too much, right? But it's still great that you're like, okay, dude, I can play this if I want to.
Yeah.
And maybe some updates will come out. Maybe the new
But you
Switch
don't feel like that makes
will
the
hand it.
console look bad?
What?
The
graphics?
Like,
to
it's
a
different.
level, but like also the same token, like the consumer that's buying the Switch is well aware of what
No,
it does.
That's the
A
thing.
lot of
It's
people
a cartridge.
Adult
It's a
consumers,
cartridge. It's a
but
cartridge.
Adults, though.
And this
But
is the
it's a
console,
cartridge.
But
think about these kids.
people
that
don't
are
know
like,
that.
"This looks
Some
like
people do
shit."
not know that. And this is a game console that is now advertising for adults and not just for kids like they used to. So like,
So then
I
an
get what
adult
you
should
mean,
be more.
but honestly, you don't buy this for graphics.
Hey, I know, but
You don't buy the
understand.
Switch for
You
graphics.
buy it
It
for
is
its
not a real
portability.
console. It is something else, and
It's-
it's a wonderful world if you like it.
It's for being
like,
it's for
well,
portable.
adult-
Adult should know better than the child.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what is a cool game on it. Kill a Kill has a.
Kill got a game out?
Yeah, they do. It's a fighter, and
You play Kill la Kill?
I got the demo. They have a few demos.
Oh,
going on, so I wanna check it out.
Anime?
I don't, but like, this game is so anime that this was the story mission they gave me for the demo. About 10 to 15 minutes of a show. Maybe it was like 10 minutes of the show. And then one fight. And then that's the end of the demo. That's how anime this is. It's a ton of fun though. They do have like a fighting mode, like versus modes. So it's like a fighter that's just ninja like crazy. Here. We can hop in a second.
Do you use any of the characters, or do they just shoot?
They only give you 4 in the demo, but I don't know how much it expands to. The game's, I think it's a pretty recent release. I don't think it came out that long ago.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know they had a game out. That's a cold ass anime.
You know what?
Don't
That's
get attached to anybody.
that Switch like news channel that pops up every time you try and turn it on. Showed me like, here's a whole bunch of games with demos, and I was like, all right, I'll go through this list. And you know, I thought of you when this came up. It's a fighting game too, and you're a fighting game guy, so you know. For those, Rocky and I are big fighting game people. Is Street Fighter your favorite game?
Of
Of all
fighting
time?
games, Smash Bros.
It is.
It is.
It is.
Smash Bros. Is just like there's nothing better, dog.
Dude, and like with the recent tournaments, MK Leo has just been cleaning up for the world. Like he
Alright, that looks pretty.
crushed it at SmashCon.
Guys, I'm
crushed it at
lost.
Evo. He's
Okay, no, I'm fine now. Okay,
he's
we're good.
just the best in that game right now. Where
We're
you
gonna
taking
fly
us?
in. We're going to my base. Where I'm going to.
Your freighter?
No. We're going. Pretending like we're going to go in space. That just
Ooh.
allows me to travel faster
That's very cool.
because
That's like some
I'm
Mario
not
Galaxy shit.
subjected to an atmosphere.
I love that. Might be the best of the Mario games for me.
Galaxy.
Yeah,
And
being
I
able to
get a
like
little
just
bit more
beep
speed,
between
I
all
go
those
up a
tiny
little
planets.
bit.
Oh, that was so much fun.
The
down.
last one was dope too, though.
Oh no, it was a great game, but I'm saying to
Get
pick
this.
favorites,
We're gonna
it's
cheat
between
real
64
quick
and that.
here. Oh, it already took me out of it. That's okay. We tried. We tried.
So why is your light? Or is like your
Why
you
is
have
your
like
light so low
you have
in
like
Destiny
in a,
2?
why is my light?
No, I was talking to Rocky.
Oh, why's your light so low?
A light?
Because he's been on the Division, and then what did you say? Oh, there's nothing to do on the Division right now.
I can't believe it's like that. Right?
But yeah, let's hop into this. Let's talk about some of this Destiny 2 stuff.
Oh, it is
What's
just
going on?
Single platinum.
Most
No, actually.
the most recent stuff that's happening is PC players are going to be migrating over to Steam, and that takes place
Cross-save
on
occurs.
tomorrow, the 20th, I believe. They start it, they'll initiate it, and then that's supposed to be ready. That's going to be reset ready, and then you'll hopefully be able to get everything done. It should be breezy, easy breezy. It seems like Blizzard's cooperating. They have some stuff on their forum about it already. And then Steam is super cooperative with it, and like pretty much everything comes over. You're not going to be charged anything. There's all the license moves, everything moves with it. All your gear, everything, nothing and don't worry about it all.
Save is clear.
And then that's cross save comes on Wednesday. And that day they will introduce the function of the cross save, how to do it, and pretty much at that point, if you're going to play on multiple platforms, you will need to pick one account. So that would be 3 character slots
To sacrifice
from
one,
whatever so whatever you've got the most stuff on, or the stuff that you like the most that you're going to continue playing. So for me, it's going to be my PlayStation 4 character. That was my triple OG way back in 2014. First Destiny character.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that you actually bring your first character into this game.
Yeah, so that's who I'm gonna have to take, and that's where my best stuff is, my most stuff, and like where I've grinded most of my weapons. So that's what I'll be doing. So I'll migrate on Tuesday, I'll cross save on Wednesday, and then it's pretty much just like a dream come true from the rest of that then on out.
Anything you can do as like grand ending to your other characters.
They're not over.
They're not. You're just gonna save them just in case in the back pocket.
I mean, unless you just want to delete them.
I don't know.
Then
I mean, are you gonna delete that account, or are you gonna keep that?
There would be no. I mean, there's no reason to delete the account unless you're just like weird and are like, I have to delete this account. I don't use it.
I don't know.
If you have like, what would that?
For some people, I guess you can like still just hold on to it and all your stuff.
But you never know. You might want a second. Like for me, like I go in and out of times where I'm good with mouse and keyboard and I'm not. So I would love to keep my second PC character, so I could pretty much just go into the Crucible and dick around and learn my shit without really like impacting my PlayStation stats or anything like that.
There's the trick. That's what they're for. Good back pocket.
Well, no, that's what multiple accounts for in any reason. But Destiny is a popular game for people to have multiple accounts because it's.
I mean, well, they push you to run 3 accounts.
Well, they push you to run 1 account with 3 characters.
Well, yeah. Sorry.
So, like, people have multiple accounts because they are trying to, become the world's best Crucible player and have the highest KD or whatever it is, or they do recoveries, or they do raid Sherpas, or whatever it is. So Destiny is it's a popular game for people to play on multiple accounts.
Yeah.
And so I think people will keep them, and it will.
I was just curious what you do. That was a weird little split.
It's all glitched out. Don't worry about it. I gotta hit this landing. Oh, I built steps.
Time to move the car.
Come on. Jesus. Still not landing.
What's up with that? Oh, that's what's going on. You got that invisible floor.
We glitched everything out, guys.
Nice install.
Let's see.
Ooh. Yeah, what's going on?
There it is. Got it.
Oh.
Ooh, the water. Bounced me out.
Is this a common problem, or is this just
not with the ship?
Special today.
There we go. There we go. We laid her
Okay,
down.
okay.
We laid her down, ladies and gents.
On top of a ridge. Nice.
Yeah, this is my home.
Good takeoff.
I remember I went hard. Like the first time I was playing, I went so hard. I
Oh,
was
there you
playing
are.
it
Okay.
that I was getting chased around by this shit. And they followed me to space.
Yeah, they will now. They get crazy.
Oh,
damn, like
man.
you gotta destroy it or
Like animals?
I just forget why.
What
it's
would
like,
be attacking
it's
you?
Like,
Oh, yeah, I got
like,
the
they're
data.
like
I got the
police,
data.
I guess.
The police.
So that's a new thing
Well,
in
they're
this
like,
too.
they
Is this
police the
construction
planet to
unit?
make sure you don't rob it of all its resources and shit.
Okay.
And I was over there just fucking it dry, just going crazy. And then boom,
Yeah, you
four
guys are
motherfuckers
insane.
showed up dumb.
Oh, I need batteries for sure. But yeah, so the shit's about to pop off next 2 days for Destiny 2, and then Luke Smith hit us with the director's cut. He hit us with 3 parts, and they really they get really transparent. I mean, they literally tell you how they ruined the game with like how they just basically killed off Trials, ruined the
Oh, yeah.
even somewhat competitive parts of Crucible that they had, and they ruined it with bad decision making in the beginning, with the high time to kills, and the meta was really weird. Like all auto rifles were meta. These are the Uriel's gifts days, which like.
But
I mean,
was the shit. Don't hate on it, dog.
Dude, but it was so like that was the lamest period of the Crucible that I've ever been in.
Look what we
Yeah, everybody did have it.
look what we've been saying though for like where their track record was, where it was going,
Yeah,
what changed, and where it is now.
yeah.
I think
so
it's great to-
but they go into it. Luke Smith
I'm
goes
trying to
into
see
it.
it.
He goes
Sorry
into
about
it, and he basically tells us how they're going to rectify that too. So competitive and quick play are essentially gone. Those matchmaking areas are gone. One's going to be called the Classic Mix, which is quick play, and it's not going to even have control. It's going to have Clash, Supremacy, and
Capture.
no, Clash, Supremacy, and
Bomb one?
yeah, the bomb one. What do they call
Detonate. I don't know.
that? No, what do they call that? I can't remember. But
Explosives.
control. Yeah, I'm just brain farting on that. But control
Yeah.
is its own matchmaking now. So,
you
control
get to
is going to
select
be
your game mode.
yeah. You get one game mode called Classic Mix, consists of
Oh,
3.
that'll be the okay, and then
It
control
converts
will
to
be
3, and
another
then
one.
control is in its own. And control is like basically Bungie saying to all these new people from New Light that get the game because the game's free to play now.
Mhm.
That hey, this is where you start. This is how you're gonna get introduced into Destiny. It's only got the one play style. That's where you go for that play style. That's how you're gonna get into it. You can go in there and warm up, that type of stuff. The Classic Mix is going to be your quick play, what we used
Quick
to have.
play random shuffle.
Correct. Then competitive is getting replaced with 3v3. So it's 3v3.
Okay.
And elimination is coming back as well, which is based essentially Trials.
So
without
they're
the
just
pinnacle
redesigning
rewards.
Trials and
No, they have Trials
Making it
is
look-
apparently going to come back. They're just they're just remapping competitive. There's
Okay.
only 3 people in competitive.
but for now you
There's
should
no
just put
4v4.
that on the shelf with Half-Life 3.
No, it's like this is them. They're doing it. They're doing it now, and this is what they're telling you right now. So Glory is still awarded competitively through 3v3. There's also will be a solo queue for the 3v3. So you can get in there solo, or you can enter in as a 3 stack.
Mhm.
And both of those will give glory. And this is a good response for the PvP side of things, which literally has been basically neglected for I don't even know how long. It's been a year
Yeah.
since Forsaken came out. It's been an entire year.
Meanwhile, they
and-
came out with Gambit Prime, a
Oh, yeah,
competitive
and-
mode for a new mode.
So they go into that.
And-
He claims he actually really liked Gambit Prime,
Mhm.
but it seems like we might be getting a slimmed down version of Gambit in totality, where they might choose one or the other, where it's either Prime or regular Gambit that's going to stay. They didn't really get into it, but that might happen. And then we already know about cross save and everything else, migration,
Free
and
to
the PvE,
play.
right? And it's free to play, and this is all going to really enhance the PvE side of stuff, which is getting a complete facelift as well. So
That's great.
I mean, the game is literally, we're going to be looking at a completely
For the free
different
content, I forget, do you get just vanilla Destiny, or do
Yeah,
you get
so
the
it's all
first
the
year
way
of
up to
content?
Forsaken.
Okay, so you get the entire first years of content, which is
But I don't think you get the raids.
DLCs.
Yeah. But you don't get the raids of I don't think you get Last Wish raid.
Well, that's part of the next part. That's Forsaken.
Right, so you get Forsaken though. You do get
Yeah.
the Dreaming City.
Oh, you get
Yeah.
okay.
But you can't do the raid. So I think the raid
Okay,
is the
so
cutoff.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I think
Forsaken
the raid is the cutoff.
where they do that. That's interesting. That's great. Forsaken
what
was like
it is that
a great expansion.
because that kicks off. The raid kicks off.
That's a lot you get to play.
No, finishing the raid kicks off so much more that puts Destiny into like. For instance, like when we're in the Dreaming City, we don't even know what the ending of that is yet. You know what I mean? Like,
It's technically still on
apparently, he's right. And apparently, there's something in there where like when we're light level 1,000, we'll be able to fight somebody that
Ooh.
ends. We'll see the final result of the Dreaming City.
That'll be cool.
But anyways, Luke Smith
They
goes over
definitely
that.
planted a lot of good seeds in that
Yeah,
story.
but-
They made a good progression for that story.
So
like,
you're
it's
going to be
great.
able to hit a level 1,000 though?
Luke Smith goes into these clan system where you'll be able to like basically get borrowed light from your clan. So it's not a permanent light level increase, but it is a temporary one during that season. And the light level, might be like 950. Like they showed a really high light level. They showed like an 850 or something like that. So like let's say you can get to 950. Well, in theory, like there might be a clan thing that boosts you 50. So like yeah, there might be a light level of 1000. Yeah. So, but here's the interesting thing: in New Light, everybody and all of your armor and weapons go to 750. Everybody.
So everything you have.
Everybody and everything that they have will be 750 the day October 1st.
What a
Destiny
gift.
New Light. They just said, you know what?
Have it all.
This is what we're the best, most comfortable with, considering the conditions, and it's not gonna hurt anybody from that point because the Armor 2.0 system's coming in, right? New armor for everything.
Yeah.
The new,
Completely changes
basically,
the
it's like, hey, wipe out your shit that you're not using, that you're not wanting. Don't use any of your resources to upgrade any of your shit, because in 2 months, unless you really, really want it. If it's the thing you've been holding on to, like, oh yeah, one day I'm gonna fucking upgrade that Duke to 750 because
me.
it deserves it. You know what I mean? But you might have something that's really good that's already
You know
already
what? I've
dropped
actually
higher.
been using a lot of the trust right
But
now.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah,
Well,
wait till October, dude. Boom, your Duke is gonna be up. It's gonna have the new rolled perk system, right? Because that's really the big deal. All of our weapons need to be they need to be changed through the sandbox. So there it is. They're gonna just basically remove your weapon, add a 750 version of it with the new mods.
So you're gonna have a
socketed.
reroll on everything?
Not a reroll. Your rolls are gonna stay the
Oh.
same. No. Your rolls are gonna stay the same. All that's gonna stay the same because the rolls are still there.
Yeah.
All that stuff there. The mods are different, and then there's really they got into a couple things that I don't like. There's affinity for the guns and all kinds of stuff. So there's like really a lot more like other perks and intrinsic things that are going to be happening that you're like. It seems like they might just fall
Too
to the
heavy
wayside.
RPG.
Yeah, exactly. And then like your stats increase by 5. I think it's 9 numbers now that you're going to be looking at. So your whole right side.
I thought it was 6.
No, it's
Now
like
9?
like you'll see.
Damn.
I'll show you.
Because I knew they added
gets it out of hand.
right
It
off the
gets out
bat.
of
They
hand.
doubled the amount of stats that mattered.
Yes. Right.
They've made every single system in this kind of more complicated, but kind of more
But
balanced.
it's like
But
nothing that you haven't seen
brings
before.
everyone right up to the point where go pick out whatever you want. However, there already is a point where you don't really go further back. I have, you know what, for that gun that's in the past, I still have my fucking half-dan, and I pulled it out last time I was playing because I was like, hey, I'm going to use that. It's only got one weapon perk.
Yeah, they roll
'Cause
half
that's
Dan's
how
way-
vanilla was.
They roll half Dan's way better now. No, I
Yeah.
actually have a half Dan with like out on Rampage on it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty dope.
And I loved that gun. Especially now that they got all that, like, counterbalance stock will be good. Jeez. That thing just shredded enemies.
Give me the
Remember that gun? The half-dan, it's like a auto rifle, but it was like a heavy auto rifle, kinetic.
yeah, it was the high impact.
Yeah. It was like
But yeah, so
biggest
basically,
impact.
yeah, for
auto
auto
rifle
rifle
and
you can
vanilla.
get. But basically, everything's gonna change, and when they're doing that with that, you're gonna change too. Your guy's gonna be 750. So if you've been fucking sandbagging, you got out. But the
Turns
thing
out you're a
is,
super soldier.
here's
anyway.
the other thing: every new character, every new player in Destiny from New Light,
starts at 0.
750.
Oh.
Yeah.
So everybody, hey, guess
Everybody
what? All
is
your characters are
750.
caught up because now you're level 0.
Yes. Exactly. That's the best way. That's another way,
Way to
that you
hold
can
that
just,
up.
That's, you can
Nice.
just look at that way too. But
What a twist!
but there won't be any. You'll move in as the scale to the enemies though.
Yeah,
Properly, where everybody else will too, depending on what they're doing though. Like, for instance, if you're in Forsaken, then the levels are still low, right? But after that, 750 is the start. So it's like, yeah, if you're, we've dealt with that. You go in to do the raid, and you're like, I'm fucking 5 light levels below, which is going to be what the first thing that starts off at Shadowkeep is going to be probably 5 levels higher, right? The first difficult thing. And we know how difficult that could be. So no new players are going to be able to fucking just,
But they've got
breeze
an
through that because
entire series
the
of
scale-
campaigns to play first if they wanted.
And then you could just buy up and then roll your fucking star thing twice to move through.
I
it,
mean,
and
for
then
new
you're done.
players, like
Yeah, if you're buying free, if you're going free,
you
correct.
already have an infinite amount of game to play right off the bat.
If you go
for
free, you are stoked.
Yeah.
If you've never played Destiny,
No perk for people who bought it.
if you never played, no, I mean, it's
You have
not
the
none of that
experience.
part is relative. Is not relevant anymore.
Yeah.
Basically, except for the raids. And I mean, at
It's
some point
stuff you
they're
did a
not.
year ago.
They're not either because they won't drop the same light level as.
But
as
for
everything
someone
else.
who's new to this game, you've got months of playtime before you even have to worry about any of this shit that you'd have to spend money on. You
Yeah,
basically
absolutely.
get a 3-month free trial at least.
Yeah. No, like the.
See if you want to invest in
If
the
you
game
have,
for
like
it.
I was saying, yeah, if you haven't played Destiny at all, and you plan on playing in October, like you're in for a treat. That's all I have to say to you. Because, yeah, you're gonna get the refined version of like 2 years of work, and it's gonna be like you've never had to deal with it before or know any of its shortcomings. So it's like it's like young kids. Now they're like, oh, you're just used to having a fucking iPhone or a fucking sick Android. They didn't have to go through the fucking, yeah, dude. Like it's green and black. That's my screen colors, dude. And there's the snake. That's what I got. Like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't have to go through that. So like it's the same thing. You just get the cherry on top, right fucking off the bat. And that's great. I mean, I'm not salty about that. I don't think anybody I mean, you're in that boat too, as far as Destiny goes. So,
Oh yeah, sure.
yeah.
But anyone who wants to play, gets
No, I
to
was
play.
talking about the cell phone.
I'm not
Yeah.
talking about them really. I'm talking about
I
Destiny
know.
players.
I know.
So, like, if you were born later or whatever,
Yeah.
if you chose to enter Destiny later, then if you were like, oh, if you were really one of those guys that was like, I'm gonna wait till it gets good, or I'm gonna wait until it gets good again, and you only bought the
Here's
base
that
game
line.
in Destiny and year one, then yeah, exactly. Then you did what you should have done, and you waited out, and now the time.
Just like No Man's Sky right now.
Yeah,
I have a friend who's been playing this game.
The transparency,
just got it with
but
this
let's
new update.
let's talk about that. When Destiny severed from Activision or Blizzard, the joint company, they got this layer of transparency, which No Man's Sky was forced. Sean Murray was forced to do. He puts everything on Twitter that he's about to do, that he's thinking about doing, that. Even if he potentially needed help with something or wasn't sure, this or that, let people know what his thoughts were, how he didn't like this or that, which lets you know that the mistakes that were made are going to be improved upon or not going to happen again.
It's like
because they're aware of them.
The
so that's what they're telling
exists. As shitty as people can be, guess
Developers
what? You have an
don't do
entire community of people online that want to play your game, want to enjoy your game. And they're all talking on there of exactly what they need to make that game better. That's the freest testing there is. This game went through a serious problem.
So No Man's Sky, they had PlayStation did do some reimbursements. I think all platforms did do some reimbursements because
Anthem's done some reimbursements.
There was and it's the same thing. It's the same exact reason. The only time that this stuff happens when there's like a level of basically false advertisement, and where something either was said or promised
in a worse place than Anthem.
Didn't happen. Oh yeah.
Significantly worse place than Anthem.
And I liked No Man's Sky from the get go. I always liked it.
I had a
friend dropped this shit, and we was like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, everybody was like that. They're like, "Are you sure? Are you sure?"
I had a coworker at my job at the time that was talking about this game for months and months prior. He was like following the game for more than a year longer than this game released, and then it releases, and you have some of the most critical release fuck-ups in a design of a game, not in the like universe that was created, but in just basic gameplay.
Yeah.
Like just off, like we were joking about this before, just off the bat that, hey, the universe is huge. You could run into anyone's planet, and it could be anywhere. And then turns out it's fucking impossible. To run into people.
Can't do it.
And then you find out that people weren't even programmed into you actually being able to run into them. But where are we now?
It was pretty hairy. It was pretty hairy what he was going through. And honestly, he came out and was just like, it was actually really weird because he was so brutally honest about it. People were like, what do you mean? Like, you told us that this was in there, and he was kind of reaching on like, it was a misunderstanding of maybe how I explained it and moved it into like, I didn't do a good job of explaining my game very well. Shortly after realizing, that's what people wanted, though. They wanted an ultimate space exploration and survival game that could be carried out with friends. And that's what this was said. Like, the universe is mass, meet up. All those key words were used.
And I don't want to just go to every planet and mine basically the same thing in a different color. And it was a very simple universe, actually, at first. But like but again, where are we now? They had one major update that revamped everything about how this game is, how this game runs, what you end up doing, and being able to play with people on it.
Yeah, I ended up picking it up after the update too because. To me, it made more sense after it. Like,
I still haven't gotten it. Now it's like another step further, and we should like. I'm more motivated to get this game, and like, where now you can tame animals and ride them.
Best Buy had it for $20. They still might. I don't even know.
Yeah, this game's ready. I don't know. But see, now the price is gonna creep back up again.
Oh, it's $39 right now on other things, but Best Buy was like.
So you could have gotten it for $60 with your money back.
You got it for like $10 or something.
It was
cheap.
10,
But you bought it
at Best Buy.
You bought it
like last year. You bought it like last year when when some update or another came out. What was it? It was that
major update.
It was the next update. It's called Next. Yeah.
But that's where they made these initial changes
That's
that
where all this
sort of
together.
fixed this whole game.
No, exactly.
It was
And it
tight.
got a lot of
That's-
hype.
I ended up getting
And
it because of that
obviously-
update. That shit was tight.
Obviously, those changes made a major impact on the community because now they're a step further, which means they got more money.
And then it ended
The
up
updates are
pissing me
free.
off.
Everything's good. I mean, like
Yeah.
literally at this stage, everything's really good. It took us a while to get there. You just had to hang on for the ride, and everything was clearly stated about that, and everybody knew. Tons of people held on. Tons of people
Sounds like a
revisited
great story.
revisited this game. Tons of people worked together to do all kinds of stuff. Like they have great stories about the community of No Man's Sky and some of the stuff that they've done. They've had literally holidays that were created by little weird passages in the game that everybody dealt with so much, and you know how creative the internet could get. So there's a lot of stuff when it comes to the community that No Man's Sky, the No Man's Sky community did, and what that says no matter what this game, and this goes for every game, Anthem as well, which I have heard a lot of good things about the new updates in Anthem.
I've been hearing more good things, actually.
so it might be worth
I'm
it,
still
but
on the
I-
sub.
But it's a testament to what can happen
Yeah.
if you do things correctly after you make
If
pretty
you-
big mistakes.
It's you have this big relationship. Fucking take care of each other. Like actually listen to your gamers.
correct. It's
And-
something that's not being done. It's when games fail, they're like, well, we'll just make another one.
Yeah.
Well,
they
and
got
that's
into such a rut of that with like what were all your major games for a long time were like these Call of Duties strings of like we're gonna come out with a game every year. We're gonna come out with a game every 2 years. We're gonna come out with a game every 3 years. So like everyone's
mind
so
that if the
locked in.
games are good.
But I'm saying they were in like almost the Hollywood status of like everyone's so locked into the chain of this that it doesn't matter if it succeeds or fails because it's still gonna have the same next go around once the next one comes
right.
out.
No,
so
I
they
feel
already
that.
have all the
But
funding
if they're
for it and all
good
that shit.
games, like make another one for sure. I want to experience that.
This
so.
is a great experience of like this is what indie gaming is right now. Is your indie developers are in touch with their communities usually because that's who gets them their games
Yeah.
sold.
And now we're seeing that on AAA titles,
Exactly.
Bungie,
To
Destiny.
see this growth is like we might find a utopia after all
I'm playing this game with Dutch, like, it pisses you.
because you're like, please keep me alive, sir.
That's basically all it.
I
This fool shows up, like Dutch will literally just
He's a
fly
hero.
and land, and this fool doesn't even say anything. He just get to work, like, building up all this shit, and you be like, what are you doing, Dutch? And he's like, oh, trying to make sure you can survive on this planet. My character's over here like beeping red, like he running out of air and shit.
And then it's like, here's a defense bubble with oxygen. You stay in there. I'll go get us food.
It's really like that on God. It's crazy.
Oh man, that's really funny. While Dutch has like multiple little lounge areas inside of one of his ships.
Yeah, and then the motherfuckers are like
no,
a
this
billionaire.
is not mine.
Oh, okay. This is some guy's place.
I've been doing this for a long time. I am a billionaire though.
He's a,
But the
Dutch
money
is
is like not hard to
Dutch
get now.
is a philanthropist in this game.
I will give you stuff that will make you money.
Yeah, it was
Find
crazy.
him
I
in the
walked
epic
he's like, yeah,
universe.
go sell those real quick. Boom! All the air I need to party, dog.
But yeah, no, it's a great thing, and all game developers can take a note from No Man's Sky. Sean Murray, he just uses social media, communicate what he's doing with his game to his community, and 3 years later,
This game's
we're
a
still
hit.
playing No Man's Sky, and
Yeah.
people are still buying it. It came out on PC, and it looks fucking gorgeous. It's like literally like you don't want to land because you're just rather fly around in space.
Flying around in space. Like I would just have that as my screensaver. Hopefully I don't crash.
And there's dogs, like the new updates, like are vast. We'll go into that and stuff. We'll close out on the Destiny 2 stuff, and then we'll go into some No Man's Sky. But Luke Smith is doing it. He did the director's cut. Check it out for all the full notes. But really, it browses over like how the metas changed and how the time to kills changed and what that means for what that really meant for Trials and why it had to be taken out of the game, is because there's one-hit supers, the supers that came into the game. You couldn't play Trials and have fucking Blade Barrage. Literally, the forums would be on fire.
Yeah.
If someone had Shards of Glandor and then Blade Barrage and you were in competitive and he wiped your whole team just to get his super back for the next round, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's just no.
Just street sweeping.
To have a bottom tree striker literally fucking skating the map with no issues whatsoever every time he gets a kill.
To get hard sniped with an arc beam.
Yeah. One-eyed mask with any hand cannon.
But maybe that's what the game
and
is.
Marked for
Everybody's
Vengeance,
broken,
it's just
so
fucking
you can just
insane.
pick your skin.
Yeah, so but then it was so broken. Literally, it was so broken that they're like, we need to take this part out because we're not ready. We're not ready for the feedback and the backlash that is about to happen. Because, dude, you can imagine in Trials just alone when the game was
so what if they release Trials with
good
no
and
supers?
fair? They're not getting rid of supers. Okay, there's new moves that are just one-hit knockouts in the game. Animations.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're not getting rid of supers. Or super moves, or making you feel less powerful, or any of that. They're just going to do like they did in Destiny 1 and figure it out. They're going to move it back to 3v3. They're prepping people for what's to come. I mean, that's my prediction. Trials of Osiris is what's returning, not Trials of the Night. So... that's what we're going to start to see. That's moving in. Elimination is back. 3v3 is back.
Hopefully
that's
it's better than Curse
play.
of Osiris.
Yeah, it's absolutely like it's literally all I
I just wanted
only
to throw
loaded
out
up
the
on the
easy burn.
weekends to play Trials of Osiris for years. For a whole year. For a whole year I did that.
Well, hey, where were we at a long time ago in this game? We're like, hey, as it gets more like Destiny 1 in how it plays,
yeah.
everyone's going to be happier. Where are we like, oh man, they're just pushing a lot of things to function like Destiny 1, and everybody's happier for it. Thanks, Bungie. I like watching that. It's great to see that. Overwatch just made a big change to be like, their community was getting pretty pissed. The game was getting lackluster. Everyone was using the same teams and shit. So what Overwatch changed to is now when you, and this is after their most recent update, now when you go into like just play quick play and you're playing solo, you will pick which role you want to be, because they have like a straight 2-2-2 setup now where you have 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 support on every
a little
team.
thing from Call of Duty where they don't allow too many specialists or too many of the same kind.
Exactly.
Right.
And so it's forced on the like competitive scale, it's forced a lot more mix up on teams. You're seeing a lot more strategies happening. But also, when you're just solo quick playing, you will pick your role. You're going to get put on a team where you're already playing the role you want to play. When you do your place setting challenges on ranked, you are doing it for each role. So they've separated the game in this aspect even more so, and that's just making everything seem to play better. Like, my roommate's been having a lot more fun, and that's like one of his main games.
Yeah, no, Overwatch is great.
Mm-hmm.
We play
Sigma
it. We all
came
play
out.
it.
We've got 31 heroes now.
Rock we're still waiting for his pro team.
His pro team's coming.
I wasn't even paying attention to
But
that. It
so
was mainly.
Oh, he's over
Well,
it. He's
I'm
over
giving
it now, I
I'm
guess.
giving you the inside info. It's
He's
coming.
over it now, I
All I do is
guess.
slide in,
Um,
get rich, and make profits. And then it ain't gonna be worth nothing no more. They're gonna be like, cut this shit off. He be a mad niggerish. And I'm gonna be, there we go. For real.
Okay, so now just like play hero and Smash.
I think he
and
just
can do the
gangbanged
same
on the
thing.
show.
Super Smash Brothers. Like, we have one country officially banned the hero as a character. I've also seen video. They just recently, one of the like pro players who plays them in tournaments got a 0% thwack kill on someone. So thwack is like random chance instant kill.
Mm-hmm.
Kills a guy, comes back, runs over, hits him with thwack, done. Next stock gone. Like, that's brutal.
That's brutal.
First time it happened in a tournament, I think,
But you know what? Like, I
that's
love
the break
that.
part of this game.
I love that when that happens to people in Super Smash Brothers, because when you play Super Smash Brothers competitively, it's always like the snidey little shit kid who sit there and masters everybody's, like, you know, the leverage move to bait somebody into that. And when there's just a one hit and someone is like, yeah, all I need to do is recognize the moment that I got thwack and then go hit you, you know what I mean? Hit you with it. I think that's great. I think that's great, like, for being so calculated
to being
in a game.
And that's the thing with Hero.
Just letting it roll.
Like,
just let it roll. You know,
Hero is entirely an RNG character.
Right. I love that.
People hate him for it. I love him.
I think that's great.
It's great to have that in the game.
But like when your buddy's that one guy that lived in Anaheim that couldn't play fighting games with his friends. When he's that guy and you can do that to him, you have to love that. You know what I mean? You have to love that.
You know,
moment.
Smash is always like Sakurai's always known for like tripping something into every game that just bothers people. Like in Brawl, it was random tripping. Your character could just randomly trip.
Yeah, who gets clumsy. Yeah, right.
Yeah. In Smash 4, it was the footstools, where you could jump off someone's head and just troll them to death.
Right.
And in this one, now we've got the Hero. The ultimate fuck you to everyone.
So I love that, though.
And he's got Hocus Pocus, which can randomly cause a bunch of other effects.
Yeah.
But I don't want him to get banned. He shouldn't be. One country has. South Australia area has done it. So half of a country.
So no competitive...
Hero is banned from tournaments in that area at like...
I like that.
There's a community of like the TOs.
I mean, like, exactly. There you go. So you can agree upon that, and then no one can use them. It's part of the tournament rules. It's great.
Yeah. So like, but I want him to stick around. He's a ton of fun. He's a great design. I love that character.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, Smash has always got a place.
You know what? SmashCon happened, but since our last episode in here, and that is a convention/tournament that has tournaments for every single Smash game.
Right. A
Smash medley, where literally instead of picking like which map we're gonna fight on, we're picking which game we're gonna fight in. And it has one of my favorite events, the N64 combo tournament, which is like freestyle combo design, and they have judges doing a whole panel and everything in N64 Smash. Classic stuff. If some of the best videos online for like pro Smash play just came out from SmashCon. I've been watching a lot of them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my fighting game news.
So yeah, let's finish up with this Destiny. Back to the D2. Finish this thing off with the cap. But basically, director's cut. Luke Smith. He goes over customization. That's what we talked about before on the show, with the ornaments changing, the stuff from the Eververse, all that kind of stuff, where you can kind of delete it all and get your Bright Dust back and start using that Bright Dust to buy cool items, because you're gonna get to basically equip those like ornaments. So like the Cloak of Optimacy, or anything of Optimacy, or anything of seasonal.
And that stuff's been dropping a lot lately.
Anything of seasonal variety will be able to be acquired or put on through an ornament, or you can just delete it completely, and you can always duplicate them from like basically any other world resource. No longer do you need to use just Bright Dust or Eververse currency for that. So
I have a good weapon question.
That's a good one.
Does he address so a lot of the guns that you have in your collection that you can print, you can't print because it has random rolled perks.
Still gonna be that way.
So you cannot print those guns. You just have to get them as drops.
You cannot print random rolled guns.
Most guns are random rolled guns.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so that's just basic shit you get to.
You only get to print your one stuff
or your exotics.
Or your exotics.
But I guess it's only exotic armor that's random rolls right now.
Gives you a static roll in
armor.
Both of them.
Okay.
So it'll give you a static roll of whatever it is. It's always the same, and it's like the most basic of them.
Zur was selling like some armor pieces though with different stats on them.
Zur does that.
That's
But-
where the
so
perk comes from with Xur.
Xur
So
can
he-
roll
he'll-
random perks, so if you go to Xur or get it in the world, you can get random rolled on exotics. If you get it from the collections, I'm almost 100%
Oh, it's
positive.
static one from collections.
It's static
yes, you're
from
right.
the one that you got.
It's random
Way to
rolls
roll.
for phone. Yeah, you're right.
So that's all going to stay the same. But the way that you look is going to be different. You're going to be able to customize that way without changing everything up. It's going to be way
all
easier.
going to 750.
And everything's going to 750. And then also there's
All guns are
the
viable.
mods. The mods are going to be completely different. The Armor 2.0 is literally, and for us to even speak on it, it's just a level of like you need to see it.
Yeah.
Basically, you're going to be able to equip a lot more of the same mods to up certain aspects of
Really get
whatever
to
they're
make
doing.
builds now.
Yeah, and you can max min things really nicely. So that and the max min is
You
basically
get a lot more than one mod now
it's basically
per piece.
where you could find the point where you can hit a minimum point to where your stat is making a difference, but you don't want to use all of your like available. And in Destiny 2, it's going to be called energy. Basically, the more energy your armor piece has or your weapon has, the more slots it's going to have open.
Now, is that the masterwork also?
That's like the masterwork.
That's
Yeah,
that's what I thought, because it's what level
Yeah.
of masterwork
That's
it
like
is how you.
But now it's
see,
called,
okay.
and now they use energy for it. It's kind of like a Destiny 1 type thing that they did.
Okay.
But
Does
basically,
that mean something's happening to my masterwork cores?
No,
That's
you're gonna
still
be able to
working
get
like
them
that?
easier. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the cores are still the same thing. You're going to use cores to get
To level the masterworks up.
Level 10
And
is
then
the
that's
same
how
thing.
you get to add more
Yeah.
mods, is having
Yes.
it leveled up.
Right.
So that whole system is
And you
more
can drop
fluid
with
and
level
works
10.
better
And you can
together.
drop with level 10 stuff. It can drop.
Yeah, you can also
masterwork.
pick it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's still all there. So the
Tell me
big
that I got
thing-
two of the best drop masterworks.
What's that?
Nation of Beasts and
Oh, yeah.
Trust. Well, the Trust you earn, I guess. But the Nation of Beasts I got as a drop, which
Can't you just make anything
It's basically
happen?
Fatebreaker.
you have to, but it takes a lot of investment to get
It's
there.
basically Fatebreaker, but his is the curated one. It's not just
I,
masterwork.
and
it's
I,
curated.
I picked up the. It's like Masterwork 10. It's like a specialty roll. It's got Dragonfly. So like for a really
It's
fast
Outlaw Dragonfly.
Outlaw Dragonfly.
It's
so
the Fate
for a
Breaker.
really fast hand cannon, heads explode and super reloads every kill, every precision kill. You gotta be good with it. And then the Trust is like solar hand cannon with explosive
Yeah.
rounds and Genesis. So you destroy a shield, you have a fully reloaded weapon. Yeah, so that thing can just spread. It's a great gun. And so I've just been switching those two in my energy slot for a while now.
Yeah. So then, we were talking about with the stats.
Mm-hmm.
So he has 6 stats on here now. Yeah. So he has 6 stats now on your
You said 7 above.
actual like
Build.
build speed, your speed, armor, recharge.
Yeah.
All is going to be accompanied with what we talked about last time. What are they?
One is like
Strength.
yeah.
God, we went over them last time. But anyways.
Oh, but they're like your ability based ones.
They're ability-based ones, exactly. And now you're going to be able to basically max min your cooldowns as well, to where one might take the exact allotted time that it takes, and one might be cut in half, or you might split those a quarter, and
That's
a
so
quarter,
great.
or you're not meleeing shit when you're in PvE. And this is what was beautiful about Destiny 1, is we could just basically put everything on our special and everything on our grenade, and take our melee basically out of the regeneration, the cooldown period for like, we basically would slow that one down, speed the other ones up, because you don't melee anything in PvE. You don't want to get close to anything in any hard mode
Yeah.
of PvE. You don't want to get close enough to anything to even melee strike
I would
them.
totally invest in I play my
So-
Well of Radiance build. So
yeah, so
like,
you're popping the Well of Radiance
you
way
can
more
just,
faster.
and
You're
I
throwing your
run
grenade.
that with the lunar
yeah,
boots. So
yeah, you're
like
throwing your grenade faster to
well,
buff the enemy, to buff everybody. All this
always
stuff.
reloaded
You're-
too.
Yeah, you
All-
occasionally see that might be a build where you might want your melee strike to get the buff for
To get the
everybody
Yeah, but
on the team. So it could be
my grenade has less purpose when
You
I'm
know what I
popping
mean?
rifts everywhere.
correct. So that might be
um,
one build
you're right.
that you do switch that out,
And
which
that's
is
one where I use the grenade more
which
to fly
is
anyway.
super cool because that's something you never did in Destiny 1. And that's what kind of limited the whole build thing again.
Yeah.
Where we're like, well, there's one stat that we don't even want to use, so everybody uses this one. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, it wasn't
It's-
really. You always went for the same thing.
You're
Everybody
adding
wanted
so many
the
levels
same
of
stuff.
customization to this game now that it doesn't. The meta breaks.
Yeah.
You have
So you always
builds
went
as opposed
intellect.
to everyone does
Yeah.
this,
You
and
always
that's
went
what
that
Destiny
intellect.
is always needed.
Yeah, you always want to go intellect and I can't remember the one that does your.
Grenadier.
No.
No.
But anyways, yeah,
Grenadier, but
you guys,
whatever.
you D1 guys know what I'm talking. Intellect, strength, and
Got up on that screen.
but
It's one of
anyways,
those things. But
it is one of those things. It is one of those things. But
October 1st, we got a month to figure out what those words are.
But here's the other big thing too, and this is one of the mistakes that they mentioned, that the sources of powerful gear,
Yeah.
they're insane right now. There's
Because
too
you
many.
there's too many right now
There's
because
just
you
too
can
many.
just get
It's
an
ridiculous.
infinite number every
It's
week
ridiculous.
if you do everything.
Well, no, and it shortens the. It's like now they're not high value. They're not worth that much. This or that. It's hard for them to keep up with. Luke Smith says this. He's like, it's way more work than we ever anticipated it would be, and it turns out that it is a lot of fucking work. So they will be eliminating some some of those sources, and then they'll be rotating them.
Okay.
So where Gambit might have been one week, the next week Gambit might not be on that list.
So kind of like what they already do with the planets.
Right, and then Black Armory
But-
might be on the list,
Mhm.
and then Black Armory might not be on the list. you
That's
know?
a kind of a better way to do it.
So it's a more focused. It's they strip it down, but don't take anything away. They just rotate it
Yeah.
into the system. So it's a good way that they're doing it, and
It adds way more mix up about what you're playing too. It makes you want to go and be like, oh, what do I got going on this week in Destiny? Not what am I doing again in Destiny? You're getting more of that like, what are we playing this week? Good vibe, and you're still gonna have the main stuff in there, and then of course, raids are the main. That's what Destiny's.
So this is something I did not see though.
Oh,
with
what?
Prime Ingrams.
Ooh, what?
We're doing minor housekeeping for Prime Ingrams. They'll begin dropping once you hit 900, and you'll accumulate charges for them as you make your way from 750 to 900. You've increased the number of Prime Ingrams you can earn in a given week, and rebalance the value of each one to account for the increase in volume. So this is what we were kind of talking about, where Destiny is kind of veering away from, New Light is for your casual, where Shadowkeep seems to be moving towards your more hardcore RPG player.
Yeah,
So
that's supposed to be the split.
we've seen exactly. This is what
we're
right.
way
This
more
is what
RPG now.
This is what they were talking about, and this is kind of what they're saying in this whole Destiny 3 thing. If Destiny 3 is a reality, or if Destiny 2 is just moving into what would have been Destiny 3, and we're just calling it Destiny 2, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see basically that transition in the whatever that is. So
Now-
whether it's Destiny 3 or it's this, we're moving towards that era where you're not gonna be able to get on Reddit and be like, I don't have time to play this game. They're gonna be like, well, then just play the free version.
Yeah.
We're not charging you. You can't complain to me about how you paid for something, but you're not good enough to acquire it, because the game's free. That base portion of it's free, and if you're gonna pay to be in this part of it, well, this is what the game is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that that's a good separation.
Yeah.
And I think that that's kind of how they always wanted Destiny to be, is where you can equip something, or you can look a certain way, or do a certain
I want to
something
be WoW on your console.
that that separates you, that says, I did this, I do this, you know, and then this other set of group where people where they're like, kind of like, oh man, look at that guy's got the helmet from the new raid or the new whatever that only so many people have even been able to do so far. You know what I mean? Like that, they still want to bring that back. That's what Trials got you. That's what the raids got you. You know what I mean? And I think that they're moving into that, and it's
a
this
sense
little
of pride and accomplishment,
right? Where
and
it's a little bit more challenge though of like, you know, they've gotten
Like you
out of
said,
hand with how easily they gave up the game in the beginning, and that's another thing Luke Smith talks about. He says we've messed up. We gave away shit too quickly in the beginning of Destiny 2. We wanted everybody to have given all this stuff, and it like literally just watered down what the experience was.
Because a lot of it was pushed towards have these things that you can spend money to kind of acquire in some degree, and that was a lot of that Activision influence.
That's one thing that he never does in the entire director's cut. Ever does he blame anything on anybody or say anything about anything to any other company or anything. And
good on them. But
he just talks about resolving the problems and what honestly is what they didn't like and what they knew they had to fix. Really just the refreshing. It's really long and he complains about it the entire time. That's actually the only one thing I don't like about the director's cut. Is that every part, well, he complains about himself. It's like, oh, this is going on way too long. I'm so thankful that you're still reading.
So it's
like, dude,
half
we're
game
gonna
update,
read
half
anything.
journal entry.
It is a journal. It's a journal entry. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
And we're like, we don't, you know, dude, write for 3 more pages, please. We want all the information we can get. So, like, for instance, he's like,
but change the tone of it.
He goes like, you know, maybe there's a better way to communicate this than a giant wall of text. Let me know. Also, like doing it in a different format in the future, I'll let you know. Like he's already like telling to himself like, I'm not happy with how this is coming out, and he hasn't even started.
Journal entry,
yeah, he hasn't even started. So you're like, okay, whatever. But it lets you know he's being very transparent, and I think that's what that really is saying.
And you're right. He doesn't have to go this intense again.
No.
But this is also at the same time what all of Reddit wanted.
Right.
Was this?
Well.
But I'm kind of mad too. I want to make this a great thing. This is what we are adding. This is what, and it happens to line up with what do you know? All the shit you guys have been talking about. All the things that we've wanted this game to be. We've wanted this game to be an RPG. And here you go.
But he really touches on a lot of stuff that you talked about, where you were saying like, oh, you know, these are the reasons why I was having a problem playing the game, is because we'd get a new season or something, but we'd still be doing the same old stuff.
Yeah.
And he says that. We realize that we would drop a new seasonal content, right? Not DLC, but seasonal content, but you would still be visiting the Dreaming City 6 months later or 4 months later.
Yeah.
Doing the same stuff. Which just lets you know they won't make that mistake again. They realize it. They're letting you know we realized it, and saying, "Hey, we're gonna improve upon this."
It's like, why?
Which is great.
Why would they get rid of all the other levels?
They're not getting rid of them. They're just letting you. He's just letting you know. Oh, when we release a seasonal content, well, like basically they don't even know at this point. They're gonna try to switch this format of whether it's DLC or seasonal content, because it's turning out to be a lot more work for them than DLC was. So they got to figure out what their little recipe is. But basically, he's saying, we're not getting rid of those things. It's just that when we release something new, we will hopefully release a new way to get those powerful resources with it. And then we'll take away one. Like I said, we'll switch out something.
Yeah.
They will switch out something. They'll take away one. Maybe they'll take it away from the Dreaming City, where you can still go visit there if you want. If you're like, you're really obsessed with the Dreaming City,
you can still play through the story. So all these newbies can hop in and play through the story, and they're already going to be experiencing the shit anyway, and they'll just have reasons to go back later when they recycle it back in. Keeps the game fresh.
The first wave, man. Somebody else got to do the first. The second wave for a new. Ever
since the
You're
Dreaming
the
City,
administrator.
We've all been stuck in this 3-week cycle.
No, what are you talking about?
You're the admin, bro. This is a great way to get the Sleep Fighters back.
Sleep Fighters Waking Up edition.
That shit was brutal, dog. I had so much glimmer, like it just wouldn't even give me anymore. It was just all over the ground.
The screenshots show glimmer upgrade.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's like something we've been asking for since early.
More than 100K?
Like since 6 months into year 1 D1. They were like, "What's up with the glimmer? Like, can we get more?" Because
Nope.
And once you
Hey, we'll
start
get to this
spending
point.
glimmer, that shit is gone. man.
exactly.
It's crazy.
That's exactly the point.
It's such
You'll
a
be
short
maxed
wave
out
thing.
you'll be maxed out, and you won't be buying anything. You'll just be doing your thing, and you can't get any more. And then you're like, okay, it's time to upgrade. And then you're like,
I'm out.
what?
I
Like
upgraded
all I
2
did
things.
was 2 things. I wanted to do 2 weapons. I needed to
4
do
things.
yeah,
That
a
shit
piece
is
of
like,
armor.
ah.
And then they're like, you're out of glimmer. Like, and you're just like, and then you're like, how do I get more glimmer?
And
You're
now
like, think
I'm-
about it. You're like, think
now
about
I don't
it.
even have enough to
How do
buy
I get
these
more glimmer?
missions.
Yeah, exactly right. You can't even buy the bounties that you needed for. Exactly.
And then you're like, all right, I guess I'll just print some blue weapons and delete them, and
Right.
print some blue weapons
Yeah,
and delete them,
and
and
then
print some blue
exactly.
weapons.
you're right.
And then
Exactly.
and then I'll go visit my boy Spider, and then I got all my things again.
Baby
But-
spider. But seriously, yeah, it's a lot on the director's cut. Check it out. It's all over Bungie. It's in their TWAB, or there's a link to it in the TWAB. There's 3 parts to it. Luke Smith basically just tells you everything, like the Drifter season of the Drifter. Like, they know that they left parts of the story open. They're aware of these things, so like no one's really knowing more than them. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, oh, what happened to this part of the story? They got a pretty good handle on the stuff. They talk about the Reckoning. They talk about how to get weapons and armor, and letting you know the exact methods of getting them. So it's not so much of a like a shot in the dark on, well, this is a Reckoning gun, so we get it from just playing the Reckoning. No, they're going to tell you, like, oh, this is more of an exact method on how to kind of zone in on these particular things. Something they didn't do very well in Forsaken and
Yeah.
Season of the Drifter, when we got all the new weapons, like the spare rations, all the Doomsday, all the Reckoning weapons. They're like, oh, how do we get them? And they're like, yeah, they don't even come out until Tier 3 Reckoning, and we'll rotate them on a weekly basis. Like, oh, it's escalation protocol?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're like, okay, well, thank you. I wish you would have
That's
just
just
said
another
that in
part
the
of the
beginning.
game becoming like, yeah. They have a weird line of, what do we keep a secret for them to figure out and make a puzzle?
But
and
it's like,
what's just withholding
Escalation
content?
Protocol's bullshit, dog.
Yeah, but it offers the best weapons in the game.
I know it was still bullshit, though. I was like, because you would start doing
No, it was
and then
bullshit
somebody
when we
just
first
gonna
did it.
reset
You're right.
it.
No, you're right. So we kind of got a fucking raw deal on Escalation Protocol.
That's because we
went
in the
in
beginning.
because we went in straight up in the beginning when it was like next to impossible, and they didn't even realize that it was broken. And then they fixed it, and then we weren't really doing it by then because we were kind of over it. And then we realized the shotgun that drops from it, and then we did it. So.
So this is the time
That's
that
how
I was
kinda
still
how- that's
playing this
kinda
game
how-
heavily, so
that's
I
how
rode
the
that
game
wave.
is.
And,
That's kinda
and
how
we
the
all
game
just had to level up a bit before we could beat the original version of how it worked. You kind of had to be maxed out on light and have 6 to 7 people. I mean, you had someone would hop on a server and then invite people from that server into the party.
We were
and then be
backdooring
like,
servers
hey,
like.
do you want to try and beat this right now? Okay, well, we're going to invite some friends in. We're going to try and take
Like,
over
okay,
so that
you
we
gotta
got 9
kick the
people running
you gotta
this.
kick the random guy out of your fire team. Okay, does he have a mic? No. Okay, kick him out.
We're all gonna make a circle.
I'm
around
gonna
him and make
I'm gonna
emotes.
send an invite to my buddy to my party. You join my party, and when you're in my party, you invite them.
I have more
Make sure
PlayStation friends because
yeah,
of this.
make sure your privacy is set to open.
I think this is why I have most of my PlayStation friends currently.
But we did that. It was
Yeah.
it was a next level operation that we had to go through just to get 9 men in the server so we could all do the escalation
But
protocol.
then there was that one night where
smoothly.
I got into your server without.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we're like
Just
okay,
out of
that
luck,
works too.
like,
yeah.
I
We
just
just
ended
load
up
up
in
at
the
the
same-
same time.
yeah.
Yeah. So it works, but yeah, check it out. Check out the director's cut. Destiny 2. Lots of news in the next upcoming weeks. I'm gonna talk about next week. I'll talk about my experience with the migration from
Yeah, how that goes.
BattleNet to Steam, and then the cross save experience, and then hopefully we'll have some of those crispy clips, because honestly my PC character has nothing, nowhere near what I have. Like, I don't even have a retold tell on my PC, so I can't even fucking ape with shotguns on PC. So, on Tuesday I'll figure that out. On Wednesday I'll figure that out, and we're probably gonna be fucking willing in some clips.
Nice.
I'll have all my good weapons on PC, mouse and keyboard. We're doing it. Oh, and we also got...
We're just gonna watch... Oh, what's that upgrade?
We also got this in the new rig, and we are fucking 4K'd out if we want to be, but right now we're just high refresh rate.
1600 frames per second.
So fucking fast right now. But
Gotta go fast.
I'm so fast. I don't even think you really know how fast I am. Have you seen that?
Is that
I have no idea what that's about.
It's a meme. Versus the meme from the guy that's like,
oh man.
Whatever. They do PC ones where the guy's like doing these mouse movements where he's just like, you can't even like see what he's doing, but it's Destiny, and it's like PC players be like, and the guy's like, I don't even really know. I don't think you really know how fucking fast I really am. And he's like just keeps on fucking like doing circles for no reason, like shooting at people. If you see like competitive PC players,
I get what you
that's
mean.
how they play.
Yeah.
There's
PC
a
is
video
insane.
meme
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And the dude's like,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what he's talking about.
Okay. I thought you were talking about like it's like pictures of that.
Yeah. And then they do a console one where the guy's just like, it's the one meme guy. I can't remember what he's from. He's from the they used to do the internet show, College something.
College Humor?
College Humor.
Well, that's like a big, but they were one of the channels
back
on
in the
there.
day, though.
Okay,
It
yes,
was
they
the
were
guy
one of the
that was-
earlier
yeah.
channels.
It was a guy from in the very beginning, and he's like,
when I was
he's
in
like sitting
college.
there, and he's like, when back in the day, and he's like, the console player's like doing something, and it's Destiny 2, and he like shotty somebody, and he's like, this is so fucking slow right now, and then like it cuts back to the scene, and like he does another like move and kills somebody. He's like, this is so fucking slow right now, and it's like that's exactly how it feels though. On PC, you're like, oh shit! Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And then on like on PlayStation, on any console, you're just like, the guy's like literally like, and you're like, what? Why is it moving? Like you just can't even, and your eyes don't know. It's really the fucking craziest thing. And like I tell people that like if you want to play video games and enjoy them, do not get high refresh rates.
Get VR.
No. Just get 60 frames and leave it at there. Okay? Because once you go into 100 frames, 120 frames, it's like
Nothing's the same.
it's like drugs. You don't know about them
You're
until
just
you
gonna
do
be
them.
chasing that
Yeah,
high
exactly,
FPS for the
dude,
rest of your
exactly,
life,
dude.
man.
You're just like, oh, I can get 3 more FPS out of this thing.
You can always go faster.
And then when you're back to 60, you're just like, dude, I can't, like, not even enjoyable.
Hey, Dutch, you're
You
never
know?
gonna catch the dragon.
And that's
never-
fucked up. That's my point. That's my point. That's fucked up. Because
And
the
the
same
dragon
game
is
isn't
some guy that's
enjoyable
been doing this
anymore.
longer than you, and he is always
The same game is no longer enjoyable.
Danny said the same thing.
The game's no longer enjoyable.
It's no longer enjoyable.
So console
because-
Destiny isn't enjoyable to me. And I've been in this weird fucking position for the last 2 weeks because I don't want to advance.
Take it way back, play your Switch, and that's it. To
Hey, wait a minute,
reset.
is it gonna be
No, but any
cross-play?
other game, like, so, like, let's say I play Call of Duty, because I don't play Call of Duty on PC. I don't get the same, like data, like, transfers
Yeah, you're
on my
reading
eyes.
screens at a different rate.
So it looks normal. It looks
Yeah.
fine. It looks totally fine.
It's like, when was the last time you
Even
watched
though it's-
standard definition
you know what I mean?
anything? It's
yeah,
like,
right.
what?
Right.
I could understand what any of these words said in the day.
Yeah,
Like,
you know what I mean? You're like, how did I read
and
that?
you're like, that's why title screens were so fucking huge.
Like, how did we play Nintendo 64?
How did you read any of
But
that?
we literally read it clearly. No problem.
Tube TVs.
But if you watch it right now, you're literally like, I don't even know what that word says in Mario.
Oh, man.
Super Mario 64.
I had to use a different TV because the TV in my living room doesn't even hit 280i.
It's digital. No, it's because it's digital.
Crossplay?
Yeah,
Everything's
well,
digital.
it has
and
the cords and everything,
you still
but
have to have the
its
analog part in
definition
it.
doesn't go. Well,
Wow.
no, I can plug in,
Yeah.
but
No,
it
you
won't
can
get a
plug in,
screen
yeah.
because the definition of the TV will not drop to 280.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
won't.
So,
It's because well, that's what I mean by it's an
Yeah.
analog signal with
Okay.
a digital
is
digital.
Destiny about to be crossplay?
No, cross
No.
save.
Cross
I'm
save.
saying, is it going to be crossplay?
No.
No.
They
Oh,
haven't said
that'd be
anything, but
bullshit, dog. Having to go up against somebody with mouse and keyboard. Dog.
Hey,
no, yeah,
Uh,
that's why exactly why they
yeah.
would never do that. Well, you know, they do that in Fortnite, but like in Fortnite, it's just free and they don't care. Like you can cheat in Fortnite and they'll just be like, oh yeah.
It's okay, don't worry. Next
He
week
plays
we're
our
gonna
game.
add new mech suits. Next week we're gonna add pet dragons that'll just fight for you, and then the week
I'd
after
be
that,
so into
Well,
that.
you just gotta win. Like, get him.
yeah.
I'd be into that.
Yeah, me too.
Pet dragon. You just ride a dragon instead of a mech.
Well,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
copyright. That was my.
But you know,
Fortnite, you can hit me up. Epic Games.
Destiny 2 is going in the right place. I'm super on board,
I'm happy for it.
and yeah, I'm totally happy for it.
No Man's Sky, already in the right place, getting further, getting more. Go get your pets in that game until you can get pets in Fortnite. Jeez, I'll have some DC Universe stuff next time. I just started this game, so we'll get some stuff. Sounds like Rocky had the dopest character ever, though. So.
No, I didn't. My homie Rob did. Mine was just dope.
Oh,
Homie Rob said he had Iron Man straight up.
just built Iron Man.
Yeah, he straight up made Iron Man. And he was like,
If
looked
there's
like
some
Iron Man.
crazy cool fucking powers if you buy into the game, but
Bro,
I'm not
he-
gonna play enough for that.
That's the thing. Once you get certain shit, there's certain stuff you can put on that change the look of the attack. Where you,
Oh, yeah.
you can end up looking like if you wanted to be Captain America. You could technically bring Captain America to the
Even just right off the bat, you get a shitload of customization. You get a weapon choice, you get a powers choice, you get a side choice, you get like who your leader is, you get how you move around, and you get to customize a whole character in a lot of ways. It was pretty cool.
My guy's like because
Boom!
because
Upgrade
Batman,
that mother.
because Batman's like my boss.
Hmm.
My guy's getting so dark he started to look like Spawn, and this was just a natural thing. Great,
Batman.
because my guy
Oh, because of the stuff you've been getting.
yeah, Batman.
I get
gave
that.
Me shit
Well,
that
so
did that.
one thing that I have on, and I guess it was automatic for me like this, was it doesn't actually, like under like the little styles tab, it doesn't matter what gear I have on, it still just looks like the character I designed. So none of the gear actually shows, but I can set it to show if I want to.
Oh, I never fucked with that. I didn't even.
Oh
know you
yeah,
could do
that was, so mine was actually automatically on. Maybe that was like an update that they did for Switch. But like, nothing I've put on yet has actually like, I don't visually see on my character, even though it's equipped. But I can go into like one of the tabs and change all
2,
that.
4,
Oh, man,
12.
I got these gloves up. I couldn't see those.
So
I got like, my
2,
character looks great, and I put too much
4,
time into
4,
designing
3,
characters,
3.
as always.
12 and 4 is 48. 48 times 5 is 240.
Yeah. Yeah, what are you
I'm
trying
not
to...
trying to do anything.
2 times 2, 4 times 3, 3 times 4, 4 times 5, 240 times 6.
Yeah.
Jeez, that's gonna... I know this.
1440.
Damn calculators.
1440p. I mean, like, I could have sat there and done the math too, but like, why when I can?
I don't know, because I like doing the math. I go to like
I
the
mean,
gas
like, I
station-
do too, but you know, I did that for a long time.
You're right.
Trying to try something new.
Well, I was right there. I had to add the 1200 and
The 640s.
the 240. 1440. Anyways, that's just math and numbers.
Mathematics,
Oh,
public
man.
school, you know, they go
Anyways,
together.
Mindscape podcast, physics all week.
Now
I'm driving
I'm
my car.
doing the maths.
I like numbers.
My brains hurt.
That's why I'm excited for Pokemon to come out. Oh yeah, they had more Pokemon.
I got
shit.
pressure above my eyes.
I like stats games like that, I guess. Maybe I should get Fire Emblem. Gee. They released like, so Pokemon they've shown some of the new characters, they've shown some of the new abilities now, and some of the new items that you can get for Pokemon.
Pokemans.
Weezing is the like Galar Weezing is probably my new favorite Pokemon. Did you see them? They look
No, I didn't.
they look kind of like a Bong, but he's wearing like a stovetop
What is
like
it?
hat. It's a Weezing.
He looks
So,
like a
the
bomb.
the two floating orbs, and then he's got like like one of those stovetop really tall pipe hats, and then they've got like a smog mustache. So they're like these like 1920s oil barons, but they also look like Bongs. So, but they got a new ability that neutralizes any other Pokemon's ability on the field.
Yeah.
Right? And there were some other ones that were really cool. Nintendo's been like releasing videos little by little, of course. But that's coming out in November. Pokemon Sword and Shield. I can't wait on that shit.
Oh yeah.
You getting it?
Hell yeah.
You getting Sword or
yeah,
Shield?
Yeah. I don't know. That's always a decision, game day decision for me.
That's a good like wild
So
card it.
I'll just decide then. But,
What
you
the
know,
last person get?
You'll
I'll
get,
take the other.
Yeah, you'll get whatever you don't get if you get it.
I have. I'm getting a place with my buddy soon, and he wanted Shield, so I'm gonna get Sword.
Yeah, so I'll get. Yeah. So if you guys, then I can get whatever one I want. So
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm gonna go with sword because I'd rather have a sword on.
You should see. Have you seen the God Pokemon that they got in this? They're like two
Have
like
you
wolves.
seen the God
The
Pokemon?
Godmon.
Or whatever one of those looks the best. I'll
The
get
Shield one looks better than the Sword one. Because the Sword one's just like a wolf that's like carrying a sword. Shield one has like this whole armor thing on that looks super dope.
Carbon only 25. What do I really need to build? Though I need to like find.
What are you
stuff
trying to
build
build?
stuff.
Or what are you
know
trying
I
to?
take that back.
I need to just find. Actually, what I need to do is find.
Take that back. Good hero anime
For Shield
shield
characters?
character.
I need to just really go.
Sigma's giving me a
back.
new appreciation for Shield
I
characters. I
guess
just
I
gotta
need
play
to
him in
build a
Overwatch.
teleporter.
Because he's got the Reinhardt shield, and I used to play Reinhardt, but he shoots his shield out, so like you can set distances. So like when those Pharahs are about to shoot a bunch of rockets at you, you can just push the shield up in her face and shoot stuff up. Cold.
Okay, I need one more metal plating and
You
I
could
need
probably
sodium.
also do it to divas when they try to like launch their mech as a nuke, push it back at them. That'd be so cool. Got a lot of gear. Is that a?
I
Oh, that's
need
your
a-
life support right there. Rocky
need
needs
a-
one of those.
I need a freaking.
Hey, send it to me.
I need sodium. There, beautiful. And I need. Ferrite dust.
Oh, so you're making meth.
Nicely.
That's what this game is all about, making drugs on other
Yeah,
planets.
we just.
What
No
can I make
Man's
over
Sky.
here? Yeah. Hey, No Man's High?
It's perfect.
Stu. You gonna laser that
why
rock?
are we doing this? Yeah. It won't give me no mining bean percentages, brah. Oh, that's pure ferrite. I don't want that. I want ferrite dust. I need
Ooh.
ferrite dust.
Oh, that rock's too big. You're just gonna get ferret rocks out of it. Drain that health bar. Watch out, it might just move rock.
Some rocks come alive.
Oh yeah, and they attack you? That's cool. Do you fight it with the same laser still?
I have a bolt caster,
Ooh.
which is like I just like
Laser bolts?
laser bolts.
Poor little fish fox. And there's a dinosaur. I love it. Is it pretty good now at like you go on a different planet and it's like totally different animals?
They got a lot better, but they're still like
You're like, I've seen
Yeah.
that before.
yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
So now anybody that comes here or anybody that finds Twilight,
Mm-hmm.
they will say I've discovered it.
Because you're the first person to mine that material on this planet.
Well, it's because I just scanned it. So I registered it on Galaxy.
And no one in the galaxy has scanned it yet? Amazing.
A lot of shit.
There's a
Like,
lot of
same
people
with
that play
this.
this game.
Yeah, but they've never been to this planet.
Okay, so it is per planet. Okay.
Well, they've never been in this system, I should
Mm.
say.
It's crazy that it is actually that big still.
It's still that big,
Like-
yes.
And
That's
Dutch
insane.
the billionaire is
I'm just a billionaire out here
just
trying
checking out space.
to figure out
just
world
reading over here.
problems, okay? Figuring out world problems, damn it.
So what are we gonna eat? Metal plating? Yum.
Okay, so I got 4 of those, I got 2 of those, and then how much sodium do I need?
Oh look, you got a bunch of Rubik's cubes too.
Yeah, there's some Rubik's. I
Discover
need
those?
sodium.
Yeah. Gotta go to a fighting game tournament. You'll get plenty of salt.
That's different. Yeah, but there's actually a thing in here called salt. And then there's sodium.
Nice.
Different. But yeah, so
Game
this
logic.
is even a big update in this is now that you can meet up and actually do the missions together. So like, there's a whole series of missions and like actual objectives that you can do in this game, like find the center of the universe,
Ooh. Now there's purpose.
find
to it.
Atlas, which is basically like information about the entire galaxies and each individual race and their languages, and like basically like really just a exploration.
You're
type.
Star Trek, man.
Yeah, so there's like multiple, at this point there's multiple ways to play this game, like free explore, more focused, whatever you want to do, and then you can literally like meet up with people and then go carry out those missions, whereas before you
Can
would
you
just
destroy
really
a
meet up.
planet?
I don't know who this
Friends,
but
can you destroy a planet?
You could, I mean, you have a terrain manipulator.
Okay.
So,
Could you say dig a hole in one side of the planet all the way to the core?
Yeah.
Set a nuke there. or
No, you
some
don't
type
get
of-
nukes or
Okay.
explore. Well,
I was gonna say like to get some. So
damn,
you
this guy just is a shameless plug or what?
you have access to the show. Or sorry, you have access to the planet. You get
This
some.
guy
You
just
dig
shameless
into the
plug.
center.
The guy just
you set it
shameless
up to
plug
blow.
on the show, bro.
You invite them. So invite him to this planet, then blow up the planet. That's what I'm saying.
I can't blow it up. Look at
That's what I
these
was trying
guys
to
are
get there.
arguing on our chats right now.
Who is it? What is this? Do you even know them?
I know one person in there somehow.
Good. We needed some drama. Rock, you want to handle this? Hope you didn't want to keep them as friends. Someone just added a shitload of people to a chat and then
Yes.
just started talking.
And
to
said he added them to him and said sub to my YouTube account.
them. You son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
And then downvote everything. You thumbs
This
thumbs
place.
down on YouTube, right?
Not Reddit. It's not Reddit, bro. But what was I doing? I need sodium. Finding
Yeah.
sodium.
Is there any on this planet?
Yeah, there's some somewhere. I'm gonna have to find it.
Ooh. Usually it's near water, or does it not work to that degree? It just could be random anywhere.
You can find it next to a rock.
Yeah, it could be.
Maybe on a dinner table.
It could be right there. That's an impulse beam.
You need soda. Bingo. Not too far. Don't have a fire going over there? Why is it all lit up?
Oh. I don't know if there's a fire. I really don't know.
Oh, that's your little like target beacon.
Oof.
Ooh, weapon charge depleted. Let's just talk about how cool that little robot is, though. The one, the shoulder bot.
Have you looking around and shit?
Yeah, I like how you can
That's
just.
my analysis sensor, bro.
I love. This is something
Be
that's
telling
totally
me
just
everything.
game design editing, where someone was like, you're not gonna see that thing moving around too much. Okay, let's put a light on the back of it. And then now you can see him.
Give me the sodium.
Reminds me of what's that game that's coming out? I know this. Kojima game. Death Stranding.
Just yeah.
Yes, there we go.
That shit look dumb.
It
bro.
looks well. You know what it looks like is Kojima this. In some ways,
I don't know.
it's a
I
lot of this mining survival type stuff.
I just don't know
But you've
how
got
to feel
you're
about it. It
basically
looks
a
dumb.
man who has you're that guy from The Walking Dead who is pregnant with a baby.
Hey, first of all, don't disrespect Dell like that.
I'm just saying that's who he is in this
Norman
game.
Reedus.
You've got a fetus right here. Norman Reedus is carrying that thing.
Norman
around all the
Reedus
game.
with the fetus.
And then he's got the same shoulder bot, and he's got a ladder that extends infinitely.
Oh, straight up.
I don't know if it's infinite, but that's one of the tools they showed off. Like you're always carrying a ladder around that just goes like you just put it down and it goes pew, and it's just stupid tall, and that's how you can get places. You don't have
So
a fancy
you,
rocket.
You're not even really doing shit.
Well,
Like I can't fuck with that game. I'm gonna keep it
honestly, I don't
1000%.
know a lot
What
of
is
that game
going
just
on?
yet. I'm very confused in that game still a lot, but it's like
Thank you.
you are taking care of this fetus thing, and you're like there's ghosts involved, and you're
Yeah,
like
it's
crossing
really-
the country, and you've
And
got a
it's-
lot
dude,
of gear you have
and
to
it's
manually
taken-
carry.
It's taken so long for it to come out.
This is the problem. It makes me want to yell at this. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
You know what? He's earned all the
Makes
street
me
credit
wanna
he
yell
wants,
at
so
this
he gets to
dude.
make the art piece now.
That shit is
It
just-
makes me want to yell at this dude, is what Rocky said.
It does, man. Every time I fucking see
Well,
like
then-
a pre-
It's a vision
Look,
power!
Just don't worry about that then, and worry about
How do I
Cyberpunk
make-
2077. Doesn't that come out in like February? I can't. That game looks.
Ooh, I got to power
better
the
and
base
better.
now, bro. Now I got to power the base, bro.
Ooh. Because that
This is
sodium?
hurting.
That's what you needed?
No. Because...
No, you can use sodium to make electricity.
on offer up. I see what's it called on there for like $10. Fallout 76.
You'd spend $10 on? No, I'm just kidding.
No, I wouldn't. But I mean, I don't know. I don't. Like
Biofuel
Fallout at all.
reactor.
You think are they trying to save that game at all, or did they just give up on it?
I don't know, but I don't like it.
And they're gonna double down on Skyrim 6. Elder Scrolls.
I need a metal plate.
Might as well. That would be the best.
I mean, I think we got some time until that comes out.
Fair
Remember, all they
access.
showed us was a title screen. At E3, at least. I don't know. Todd Howard will be big with that reveal, though. We got Borderlands next month.
Yeah, next month. Getting crazy out here, yeah.
And you know what? They've been releasing more trailers, and I've been seeing like more of the builds and stuff. I think I'm still into Flak. I think I'm still gonna play.
Yeah, Flak with the robot.
Yeah, with all the pets.
Yeah, the pets. Yeah.
Whoa. Duck just running around with that giant fucking digging laser, just putting the holes
Yeah.
in the ground. And just like, what is
See, and why can't you just do that to the core and then explode the planet?
I might be able to have this geology.
I'm just saying,
cannon.
like,
I have a geology cannon.
let's
What does it do exactly?
find
I
out.
don't know.
don't
It says I got 20.
You've already been
It
doing
says I
shit
got
on this
20
planet.
geology cannons.
How
Oh,
much
look.
does that?
Look, I can do this too.
Yeah, how deep can you dig? You can build stuff. You're saying? Yeah. Now build yourself a ramp to the top.
ridiculous?
You ever play not Spore, but Spore was fun. Project Spark.
Yeah,
I didn't
Project
like
Spark. Yeah.
What?
I didn't like it.
It was more for people who wanted free space to design it. It was more like Minecrafty than like go play other people's
Biofuel
games.
reactor.
I had some fun designing stuff.
baby.
I made some cool stuff.
I'm
in
making
it.
a biofuel
I played
reactor
Pitfall 3D last
today,
night for like 2 hours
baby.
straight.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I played Pokemon Go the other day. Did some Suicune raids. Got a shiny Suicune. What?
Oh man.
You okay?
What?
He lost it.
Oh, I mean,
I could guess. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, this
See,
guy,
I know.
This guy
I know.
gets it.
Yeah, this guy knows this guy.
So what do I need to make a
man.
battery now to like?
Anyways,
store this shit?
Pokemon.
Wow.
Are you guys okay?
Yeah,
You're
yeah, we're
stupid.
fine. We're fine. Just.
I gotta make
let's
some
move on. I'm gonna go to
magnetized
sleep
ferrite.
now, I think.
I gotta make some magnetized ferrite. Once I finish this battery and get
Some
my
cool
freaking
materials.
teleport thing going, we're out of here.
So, Rocky, what'd you think of Kill la Kill? Kill la Kill, the game, is on Switch, and there's a free demo for it, by the way. Fun? Cool fighter? It's interesting. I was playing, who's the guy that's like, his name begins with a G? One of the Elite Four, or whatever they call him.
Yeah, the mask.
He was the mummy guy. He had a bunch of whips and shit.
Oh, okay.
It was weird. His, like, projectile move, he just hit himself, did damage, and then, like, would build up some meters so that he could, like, his regular attacks were vicious and had a lot of range and hit a bunch of people. He also would change in size. He would grow giant and body slam. Yeah.
Giant body slam, baby.
You know, just
Sorry.
like my Hulk in Ultimate Alliance. That's who I very much play the most.
Both of them looking kind of shaky over there.
Eat some food. Whoa. Did you just grow those? He did not throw those out. They just showed up. He appeared suddenly in front of him. Okay.
That's the plan.
Did that give you health? No. What is... Can you kill and cook that thing?
I can kill it and get the meat.
Like steaks. Unidentified plant. You go label that for the universe. Dutch Master Adventurer. Did it. E.
You can rename it too.
Really? You can
rename
pick
it.
your own names?
Yep. Rename it and upload it.
And so anyone in the world will find... That
Yeah,
would be the best.
but you
That would
can
be all
report-
I would be doing
But
in
you
this
can
game.
report,
gotta
shit that's wax.
Yeah, I know, but I enjoy naming things and not having them be offensive. I just like naming
I just
things.
used the word fuck. Repeat.
I just name everything after a Pokemon.
Fuck
So
tree.
clever.
hey, they haven't figured it out. So it's clever to these guys.
Or like X.
Well, or
is
just
always-
no one's reporting you.
Is that your character's name of this?
No, I got the trees. It's just like fuck tree.
Oh, you were already doing that.
Fucking tree.
But, you know, then you can like... It's so easy. You can make an infinite number of those.
Yeah, I mean, it's stupid, but I be having fun. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, it's cool.
Name
No!
Ooh, where are you?
I don't know, but I'm just boosting to the top. Hopefully.
I don't know. You might. It looks like you
I'm
passed
dead.
through to the
I'm
other
dead.
side.
Ooh.
Oh, you're fine. You're just back in the field. I like that structure you just randomly built there is still there.
Over there shake. Look how you built that off the rock. Look, you just thought you was killing shit, huh?
What's that Deuter
What
times
are you
3?
talking about?
Like the fucking
My base?
yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Just hanging on like.
And health
man.
is just dropping. Fixing it? No, you're connecting those things so that you can teleport. Alright?
Yes.
Made power for it. You gave it power. Is that not enough power?
I don't know.
Biofuel reactor.
been burning-
Oh, do you have to put bio something in there?
I've been burning this stuff.
It needs carbon.
There we
Now
go.
you can teleport. Now do you
Where
need
can I
to...
teleport to?
Oh, but like, what if you don't... Like, can you run out of fuel and then you can't teleport to that planet, so you go back and refuel the fucking teleporter?
I'm trying to find out where.
filter your bases. Can you teleport to your ship?
Damn it. Oh, Best Steamy Prime is 1 away from where I was at last time. That's not good.
Does your
Are you
ship
gonna
come
get
with you?
Youngblood?
Yes. I already have Youngblood.
Ooh. No, Wolfenstein you're talking? I don't know.
You're the one who was
Wolfenstein.
I know
Came
the last
free.
one was a ton of fun, but I don't know if I need the next one
Wolfenstein
yet.
came free with this baby.
No, there
And
you
Control.
go. There you go.
Control
I'm just gonna
doesn't
buy
come
one of
out
those.
until 20.
I also need the rest of the PC, but I'll have the game.
How much was that? Like a band?
You can Amazon it. See how much.
It's
But
fi-
they're
it's
not
five-
findable,
It's
right?
$600.
Didn't they already sell out?
$100. $100 car affix card. That's tax included.
Did already? Didn't you said
Yeah,
you
they're
were
already
having trouble
sold out,
signing it,
yeah, they're
finding
sold
it
out,
at first.
for
So
sure.
like, yeah. Last episode you were trying to get that.
Yeah. And I got it, and I had to wake up at 7 in the morning to buy it.
There you go.
So,
Put in work, and you are rewarded
no, I got that shit.
with
bro.
sweet graphics.
Bro, I got that shit, bro.
While I'm playing Switch,
Okay.
don't need graphics.
I
That's
need
why
to
they should
figure
not
out
put The
where
Witcher on this.
my shit is at. And this is where I need to go. This is where I'm trying to go.
Okay, so you need.
But it's too far away.
Now, how fast does your freighter move?
Easy, get Z. But see, it says there's a base here.
Does
But
that
I
base
don't have a
working
lane. I don't
teleporter?
have a dude. Bill already went out. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, if it runs out of fuel, can you no longer?
Yeah, it burned all of it.
Damn.
And so, can you no longer teleport there from another planet if it's out of fuel? You didn't even use it.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Just from
Exactly.
being in the menu, you burned all that fuel?
Yeah, it doesn't stop, dude.
Damn. This game is
It's
vicious.
for learning, dog.
I gotta
Let you
get
know.
I gotta
Don't
get
waste
solar
resources.
panels. I gotta get solar panels, man.
Gotta invest in the new technologies. That'll get you there.
Waste resources, dog.
But, like, really can't waste.
That's what it's about.
Can't even use resources until
Whatever.
the moment you're using it.
I'm out of there.
So, yeah, I'll just fly the old-fashioned way. Light speed. Sweet.
I don't even think I can fly light speed right now.
Don't got the technology. You need more fuel.
What do I need?
You have any
need
ships that do go light
antimatter.
speed, or you just can't on anything yet?
I need warp cell.
Don't be
Antimatter
fucked
and a
up if
house.
you run out of fucking
Black
space
hole drive.
and
Can that happen?
You can't just run out of this regular field, but you can run out of launching fields. So, like, if you land
Then you're
on
stuck
a planet,
on a planet. Okay.
yeah, and you didn't like land in a ship place, a ship
Oh
area,
god, man.
then you have
Remember
to get
when I
out.
went to that one planet that happened to me and it was like raining acid?
Yeah, you just
I was just sitting in the plane like that. And he's like, chill out, man. I got you. But I couldn't do shit. I was like, it was like the most harsh planet in the world. That's the planet I choose to land on.
You can get anything.
The animals were fucking aggressive. It was wild.
Do you get to design that ship, or did you buy that
I
ship?
bought this.
Are all these things yours? They
You
just
own all
fly.
those raiders?
They just fly
Those
around.
are the things carrying all my gold and stuff.
You have a separate ship to carry your gold. That's how
It's
billionaire
a
you
freighter.
are. That's how billionaire
That's what
you
Indie Freighter does, but mine is a Class A. So
are. That's just because there isn't a double A
it's
yet?
it's a Class A.
Is there a
There's
double A?
Class S?
Okay. You're getting there.
Class A. You know.
That's for the trillionaires?
Oh, look, these are all my ships.
But those little ships that were flying around your freighter.
Yeah, they're carrying my stuff, and they protect me if I get in a fight.
I just love that, like, I got a plane for my gold.
Got a couple points.
This is like,
I like this one.
that's broken.
Crazy because like
Recharge
you,
that shield.
like you go to these like
No, I don't want
space
that one.
docks
Mm-hmm.
and people be on there, you be trying to buy their ships and shit. They get ridiculous prices.
You're a billionaire, it doesn't matter, you
I
know?
don't know.
buy
Prices
everybody's
don't
ship.
matter.
You just buy everybody's ship. The Breath of Micaiah. Got some stuff on it. Ooh, we need that. Does it have an antimatter? Look at this. What is it?
Look at, he's just like, let me go see what I got on this shit. Maybe it's enough to build a fucking warp drive and go light speed.
That's what I'm just trying to do.
I know, I love it. This is the billionaire life. If you haven't experienced it before, let me see if I lift that in the other car, spaceship.
This fool just giving us shit, just dropping shit. Here, guys, we'll sell that.
You ever just abandon a plane on a planet just because
then
whatever?
I just teleported. Then I just teleported.
Oh, you just teleport it back.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Metal plating, hot ice.
God, I always need that
Call
hot
your
ice.
Ship, though, like you'll be running, and shit might get crazy. You call your ship, it'll come and land right in front of you.
Yeah,
just-
you can do
oh,
that
that's
as long as
cool.
it's got fuel in it.
As long as it's got launch
But no,
fuel.
that's what I want to do real quick, and then we'll close the show out. I want to go over these patch notes so we can kind of get a good idea of what exactly. So we mentioned this: meet other travelers at the Nexus and take on missions together. Meet other travelers at random while exploring the galaxy. That was the whole random part is now a thing. So like literally,
You're like, oh, there's
you
a guy.
could just literally run into somebody.
Now, can you?
But I could
pirate
also just
things
join into
from them?
people's
Like,
games.
could
But
you
that-
destroy their
that was
ship?
Yeah, you can
already
get
a
the,
thing.
no, you could just join people. This is random.
This is you could just run into people now.
We're all still on the same server, like still in the same galaxy, or still same universe.
You don't remember when that one weird motherfucker joined us? That was just
Yeah, but he
running
just
around?
joins you. That's not random. If
Oh.
he intentionally joins you,
That still
that's not a
exists.
random. That
But
still
shit,
exists.
he was random. I didn't know he
Yeah,
was
he
like-
was random because you can just enjoy anybody's, but now it's random. Like you can just be flying and just be like, oh, and not join anybody's game.
Some guy fly by.
I'm assuming that's what they mean by at random.
Right.
Hugely expanded. The anomaly brings new shops, tech upgrades, which is really cool. The shops inside the space stations and the anomalies, like they're way more in depth rather than just like, oh, here's your piece of information, move on to the center or whatever. So they have a lot more
No.
things to go along with that.
Nah,
The
where
tech
the-
upgrades are
play
super
for free.
cool. The farm, cook recipes, tame and ride creatures. We were talking about that briefly. I haven't gotten into that far into the update. I think my buddy has. But we have been farming. We can do hydroponics.
Not
We can
really.
cook recipes. We got meat,
phone
all
game.
that kind of stuff. The powered and industrial base parts and new depth and creative possibilities. You saw me doing that a little bit with the construction module and stuff like that. Yeah, but these are the core things that changed, and they are planning to do free shit like this every year or every
And
6
that's
months. They said this one took
Great
a
to add
year,
these layers
but
of
they
depth.
plan on doing it a lot sooner the next time. So we'll get these type of updates, but
atrocious.
sooner.
Just look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty
That's
bad.
Witcher 3 on Switch. Should not exist. Look at that tree.
Yeah, that's PS2. That's PS2.
Oh my god.
Garbage.
Well, the join lobby, but yeah, he's been doing that for me on that one. But yeah, No Man's Sky,
so
check it
bad.
out. Destiny 2.
It is a better time than ever to get
Get
either of these
ready.
games. Well,
Get
Destiny, wait till
ready.
October if you haven't bought it yet.
Yeah, if you haven't bought it and you're playing for free, wait till October because it's happening. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
check
all
that out.
Time. If you want to throw down some money, get Borderlands
No Man's
3.
Sky.
Get No Man's Sky. Don't
Next
get The
month-
Witcher 3 for Switch. Get it for anything else.
Next month coverage is gonna be
so
sick.
good on the
That's all I
Switch.
gotta say.
No, it won't
We're
be.
gonna have Borderlands 3. We're gonna have Monster Hunter. We're gonna be covering those next week. We're going over Destiny 2, our experience with cross save, our experience with the migration from Battle.net to Steam, and that's what's on the agenda, gamers.
Yeah.
So keep gaming on, and we'll see you on the next one.
Because we got the plug.
The Plug Gaming.
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know. He just looks more.